So let's start. Welcome everyone to this webinar about the EUPATI Open Classroom. My name is Maria Dutart and I am the EUPATI coordinator. I will be moderating this session together with my colleague Gloria Valencia, who is here with me. And we will start by watching a video, brief introductory video about the Open Classroom.
Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. We hope you enjoy the video, and let's play.
Unfortunately, the audio is not playing, Gloria.
Wait a second. Okay, here we go again. So welcome to the webinar, and give you the floor, Maria.
Thank you. So I will go back to my slideshow here. Today's agenda is first a short introduction to the EUPATI Reload. We will also have a testimonial from EUPATI fellow Lotte Klimt. Then we will demonstrate the platform live to you and show the main functionalities. And finally, I will provide some updates about what it will happen next year about the platform. And then we have a Q&A session in the end. So you're welcome to write your questions and comments throughout this webinar, and we will be then taking them at the end. So a very brief introduction to EUPATI, first of all, and then what the EUPATI Reload project is. Our mission is education and training of patients to increase their capacity and capability to be valuable contributors in medicine's R&D processes. And our core activity since 2016 has been the EUPATI Patient Expert Training. And this course has now been transformed with the help of a project called EUPATI Reload, and it has been funded by EIT Health. And our main partners are Bayer, University of Copenhagen, and European Patients Forum, EPF, that has hosted EUPATI for the past 3 years. The challenge that we faced with the EUPATI patient expert training was the high demand but insufficient training capacity. Since 2016, when the course was launched, we have had 4 courses. So the 4th cohort is currently ongoing. So we have about 150 graduates, so-called EUPATI fellows, and currently 60 trainees are doing the course and will graduate in March. So we experienced this bottleneck. We see that there are many patients in Europe that would like to do this training, and we also count that this population of patients that could become expert patients is over 40,000 individuals, but we can only train so few. And so the solution that we found was changing the learning approach from this sequential model that we had, where only about 50-60 patients could be trained every year, to an on-demand online training platform. And therefore, we estimate that the number of patient experts that can be trained is going to double or even grow much more. And also we can invite other learners to access the training and the different modules and different training units freely as well. So that is some background to the Reload project, and we are proud to be presenting those outcomes today. And I would like to invite Caroline Schanz from EIT Health, first of all, to say a few words. I will share your screen or the slides from here. Let me just put them on. Here we go. The floor is yours. Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you, Maria, and hello, everyone. My name is Caroline, and today I'm shortly introducing to the European Institute of Innovation and Technology for Health, or like we say in short, EIT Health. Next slide, please. We are a body of the European Union. Actually, we're not well known. If you've never heard of us, don't worry, but we are the European Union's innovation agency. Next slide. The idea of EIT Health is to be a network that brings together Europe's leading actors and innovators in health. And we want to connect them and build bridges among them so they can work together across the borders of the European Union on health solutions. Maybe you recognize some organizations on the right-hand side in the logos. So EUPATI is actually a prime example of the kind of European collaboration that we aim to create to make this platform that is introduced today possible, and companies coming together and universities coming together and the European Patient Forum is coming together. And all those 3 institutions from different backgrounds are from different European countries, and all of them come together to build that platform for you. And that is exactly the kind of collaboration that we are supporting. Next slide, please. And currently we are working with more than 150 partners from all EU countries. And those come together in specific projects like EUPATI. And the role of us, of EIT Health, is to find those ideas, those innovative ideas, and then to give the platform so the innovators find the partners that they need. And then to also support them financially so they can make that happen. So, and then all that, and next slide, please, Maria. Thank you. It is important for us to empower patients and citizens, and we only support those projects that put them into center of their work. Next slide. Thank you. And that is because we think that this is Europe, and we believe that patients deserve to be part of their healthcare journey. But not only deserve, next slide, please. We believe that patients actually want to be part of their healthcare journey, and they want to contribute, and we also believe that they can, and that is really valuable, because only when we know their perspective we can build sustainable processes and products that are for the future. And last slide, please. Thank you. We also want to build business because we believe that business is employment, and business is also, I mean, someone has to actually produce the products that we use, right? So we want to involve patients in the business because patients know best what they need and they can communicate it. And honestly, if we wouldn't involve them, it would be an ignoring of a treasure of knowledge and experience. So that is, from my side, a short introduction of what we do at EIT Health. If you want to know more, please refer to our web pages or find us on social media. And with that, back to you, Maria.
Thank you very much. And then I would like to invite Cora Scholten from Bayer. Bayer has been the activity leader for the Reload project this year. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, very well. Thank you.
Okay, good, because my picture is frozen. I do not want to take away too much time from Lotte, since I think the next topic is very important. I would like to emphasize that it is an honor to be part of EUPATI Reload. It is very important to get the patients involved, engaged, and to help them get heard. I would like to welcome you, everybody, to the launch event of the Open Classroom, and I am very excited to see building on the existing work and broaden the availability to more patients. And as I said, Lotte's topic is more important. Thank you.
Thank you, Cora. And indeed, I would like to then invite Lotte Klimt. I will share the slide here as well. Lotte is a EUPATI Fellow, so a graduate of the program, and will introduce herself. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Maria, and also thank you for the opportunity to present my personal perspective as a patient and patient advocate to this project. I was fortunate to be asked also to join the working group of the Reload project and have helped restructuring the content that I knew from the fellow course into what is being presented today. So I will just today touch on 3 topics. I will tell you about my personal motivation for joining EUPATI back in 2015. And I will give my perspective on how we can use the learnings that this platform, the new platform, will offer, and also, of course, the opportunities for those who decides to take the full program as EUPATI fellows. So I have also some expectations for the future, of course. But back in 2015, when I joined EUPATI, it was a coincidence that I heard about it from a friend of mine who had attended a conference, and I really searched high and low to find some information, and finally I reached out to a few people in Copenhagen, where I live, who could tell me more about it. I was very excited, and I applied for the fellow program. So I joined this course because sometimes I lacked, as a patient advocate, I lacked a framework to work within, and I needed some methods to provide the patient perspective in a stronger format than just telling my own story. So I had been asked to join a lot of different meetings and projects, conferences, but I also found that sometimes it did not have any impact, and it was hard for a single person to have enough power to communicate in a very for me uncommon environment that had a different perspective, had a different scientific approach. I have a personal approach, and I think that we needed some kind of bridge cross into each other's fields. So I very much welcomed the EUPATI opportunities and found that this would be a step that I was willing to take. So I expected to improve my knowledge, of course, and insights into what do these partners work with. And the information and the training with EUPATI, I think it can support us as patients, individual patients, and especially patient advocates on a broad range of topics. In the beginning, I thought it was only useful for the partner projects with industry, but having worked in this environment for the past years, I also see that there are so many valuable insights and knowledge that can also be applied in a broad range of other projects and with other partners. So I think that one of the main benefits, and what actually surprised myself, is that not only knowing what is industry doing when they develop research and develop new products, new medicines, it's also the value of being able to communicate and know just basic knowledge about this. It really gives you another position, and I can give you one example. When I was invited once to join a conference with a pharmaceutical company, I was I'm sorry. I was asked about what I expected from the future medicine, and I asked and I answered that, well, I would like to see a combination of all the pills that we have in my in the treatment, in the standard of treatment for type 1 diabetes. We have a lot of comorbidities, which means that we have not only one type of medicine, but also add-ons of a lot of other types. So I said that I would like to see that combination in just one single pill. And the researchers, they just shook their head and thought, well, this is just, it's not realistic that we can do that. And then when I started the learning with EUPATI, I found out that, okay, now I see why they couldn't just say, yes, let's do that. So it's just the fact that working with medicines, targeting for one specific cell, or one specific process in the body, really is totally different than my approach of why don't you just combine everything to make my life easier. So when I learned what is actually going on in this environment, I was more able to provide relevant information and have a more fruitful discussion and suggestions based on the wishes from the community, and so I felt that also it definitely changed the position we had when we collaborated with industry partners and also academic partners, researchers. So that's the same story there. So what I hope for with the new learning platform, the Open Classroom, is that it will be a benefit that we and you, everybody, can pick and choose each topic and combine the topics and the courses that are of most interest and that are suited for the challenges or the tasks or the projects that each person has. Either they are little engaged or they are very much engaged with the projects. So you don't have to sign up for the full project or for the full fellowship if that's not what you work with, but there's still a lot of learnings to get. So the open access and flexibility is what I would say is one of the major benefits. I think that the content on the platform provides what I missed from the very beginning as a patient advocate was a framework to understand the processes and the roles that are relevant for patient advocates, and also how to plan this in collaboration with partners. I also found that the methodologies that are being described are really useful. Not that we should be scientists in any way, but just knowing what your partners are talking about and being able to point your perspective into what is valid methods and so on in this environment. I think that's also a great benefit. So I also really much like that there are so many great examples on the platform that can inspire and tells a story of how other organizations have approached different kind of collaboration and the journey that they did and the learnings that we can gain from them. So just to sum up, I think that the new platform gives you the what, the knowledge, the basic understanding. It gives you a clear framework and frameworks for different kind of collaborations. And then if you really want to go for the full fellowship, there would be opportunities for practical training. So you have the what on the platform, and then you have the opportunity also to go for the how to do it if you want to have the full program. But anyway, we should not underestimate the true value of every single effort that is done by patient and patient advocates. And I really hope that the Open Classroom will reach a broader community as was intended, and provide relevant knowledge and also learnings that meet each person's need and the capacity that everybody has to step up in this environment. So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Lotte. And I invite all the listeners to also ask questions in the chat to Lotte that she may answer later on in the Q&A about her experience. Thank you so much. And now it's time for our live demo. Let me see. So we are going to go on this web page. You are also welcome to explore learning.eupati.eu. Just a second. Here we go. Is my screen visible? Yes.
Yes, Maria.
Good. So learning.eupati.eu is the open classroom. And on this first page, you can see actually also the video that we just played is here. We have the register option here. And also then the login is also here on the upper hand side, right hand side. On this top menu, you can browse more information about the platform. I should say also here below we have some general information and news, and we are also highlighting the patient engagement roadmap that was previously developed by EUPATI project, and which is reflected in how the course, how the program is structured. So in the About tab, you can actually see a very visual overview of the contents of this platform. So I invite you to look into this, as it really summarizes the different courses and the learning outcomes of each course. So you can get a quick overview of what you might be interested in to start with. And this will be also available in an easily downloadable format very soon. We have a FAQ page where you can find answers to the most common questions about the platform and how it works, and yeah, how the different elements of it are organized. We also have a glossary, which is a library of concepts and definitions of the key items in the course. So you can freely search for the glossary item you are interested in. The most important element here is the learning catalog. So I can freely browse this content here. I am not logged in, I am not a registered user. Gloria will tell you more about the functionalities that are available once you have registered. But even as a guest user, you are welcome to browse the content freely and access it whenever you wish to, and in which order you wish to do so. We currently have this content online. We have Getting Started, very brief introduction, and then we have 3 topics: Introduction to Medicines R&D, we have Non-Clinical Development, and Clinical Development. And we call these the topics, and then they in turn include courses, a different number of courses under each topic. So you would have to go into the topic first and then choose the course you are interested in. We will be adding more content here in the coming months. So what is coming is the HTA component and also regulatory component. And I will be telling you about also some new content that we will be developing next year. So as a guest user, I can go into a section here, and I choose this one, Overview of Medicines Research and Development. All the content is organized in this way in sections. So you can expand section by section and read through on your computer or your phone or any other device you wish to access the learning, or you can expand all, and the entire content of this course then opens up. We have, for example, audio files here, and we have also videos integrated, embedded into the content, images. In the other courses, you can find infographics, different compilations of documents and material. As you can see now, I cannot really track my progress throughout this course, but Gloria will be showing you elements in the learning catalog and on the platform that are then going to be available for registered users. So I think I will stop this first live demonstration here and give the floor to Gloria, who will show the other functionalities available for registered users. I will stop sharing my screen. Thank you.
Okay, so hello everybody again. My name is Gloria, and I will show you how we can navigate through the platform once you are a registered user. So I'm seeing the same as Maria at the beginning. This is the home page, but now I will click on login. If it's the first time that you want to register, it's the same link, so you can access here and create your account. In this case, I'm a registered user, so I will just log in. So the interface is basically the same as we saw in the previous part of the video. I have access to all the content as well, but it's more interesting when I'm a registered user because I have a dedicated menu. I can update my profile, add more information, and so on. So I will just show you, once we click on the learning catalog, I can see the different topics. And in this case, let's just go to a random one. For example, right now I'm enrolled in, or I start learning about this course, Process of Medicine Discovery and Development. So in this case, you can see that the progress bar is moving and it's showing me how much of the content I have access or read or watch. And it's good because I know that next time that I log in, I have to continue and I'm going to see the pharmacovigilance topic, for example. And this is the good future that will keep track of your learning pathway. Another thing that is important to mention is the content is free. You can navigate, you can browse around, but if you really want to enroll in the course, it's important to click on this button, enroll in this course. The content is free, but if you want to get the certificate, you need to pass a quiz. So once you click and enroll in this course, you will be taken immediately to a payment platform. So it's called Stripe. It will let you know that each course requires a payment. The payment is the same for all the courses. It's 8 euros. You can pay with your debit or credit card. Once you click Submit Payment, the assessment will be unlocked. So when you can see the test is in here, in this part that is assessment. So once you pay, you will be able to click on assessment and do the quiz. The quiz is simple. You have a set of random questions. Once you pass the quiz, automatically you will receive a certificate that will certify that you just complete that specific course. For example, I complete one. So this is how the certificate of completion looks like. It has my name, it has the name of the course that I complete, the issue day, and how much time or the effort that I have add to that specific course. Have all the information about EUPATI, that is the issue company. What is important to mention is that the certificate will be issued by default by the system. So you will receive a copy automatically on your email address, but also you can access to the same certificate through the platform. If you don't find the email or if you want an extra copy or something, you can do that. Also, it's important that the information that you include when you register, or if you register fast and later on you want to update your information in the profile section, you do it because the certificate will take that information that you have in your profile. Okay, so coming back to the platform, as I show you, once I click on the quiz, I complete the quiz, I get the certificate. But also another important functionality is to see the dashboard. So it's personalized. So I will see my current user statistics. So how many courses I'm enrolled at the moment, how many courses I complete, the number of badges that I have. So I will get back to that topic in a second. And another important thing is like I can bookmark activities or part of the content that I find interesting. So I will just show you that. The certificate that we just see an example will be in this section. So you can just click in here and download the same file as I show you, the PDF. And all the certificates for the different courses will appear in this section. So what is the batch? So for each course that you complete, you pass the quiz, you will get the certificate. But for the different categories that we have seen in here, so we have at the moment 1, 2, 3, 4 different topics. So once I complete, for example, the 6 courses that are part of this topic called Introduction to Medicine's R&D, I will get a badge. A badge is a simple physical distinction, a recognition, and I will just show you one example how the badge looks like. So once I complete all the information of my profile, I will see this badge that it says like I'm a communicator because I pull all the information requested to register, but also I have complete one topic. So the Getting Started module, so I get that recognition. You can share this badge, you can download them, you can add it in your social networks, for example. It's an image, so you can play with that around. And it's showing you your progress as well. So at the moment I have 2 out of 5. So it's keeping track of my progress. Also, you have the calendar. We will be posting in the future probably some kind of activities, or we have a new content available, it will be in here. But also you can use it for personal issues. So for example, I set a deadline for complete my course. So I set it up in the calendar and tomorrow is my deadline. So it will be useful to see also in my case, if I have a dedicated time, how we can do it with my progress, okay? So basically, these are the main features that you can see as a registered user. The glossary looks exactly the same. You can navigate, you can browse around, and so on. What is important is at the moment, as Maria mentioned, we have 4 topics available. In the future, there will be 2 more added, and the full program that we call the EUPATI Expert Training Program is when you complete all the courses that are available in the platform. So once you complete that amount of courses, you will be able to attend the physical events. So that's the information that is related to the EUPATI Fellow. If you want really to get more details, we invite you to go to the FAQ section. You will have more details in there. What are the different modules that are in the platform right now? What are the difference between the guest and learner? And how the program is structured. So as we mentioned, we have 4 topics, 2 more coming. And specifically to answer the questions about what is, in fact, EUPATI Fellow. That is a graduate that complete all the courses available in the platform. So we invite you to go around, check the website. Also, you will find other materials that have more explanation about how the platform works, in more detail, what are really the advantages of this. Participants from anywhere in the world can register, can enroll in the platform. And also you will have complete detail about each of the topics, which kind of courses are related to that, and what are the learning outcomes. That is very important if you want to pick specific courses, for example. And last but not least, for example, in the brochure, you will find more detail about the user journey, like what is needed to do first and why you have to pay is in order to get the certificate. Once you get the certificate, you will be able to get the different badges. So that's what I wanted to share with you. So Maria, I give you back the floor.
Thank you so much, Gloria. And just to also add to that demonstration is the information that you can already register on the platform, but that the payment gateway is not yet activated. So the payment is not yet functioning, but we have to wait for a few more weeks and then it is fully open as well. So let me go back to my slides. Just a few words now about the continuation of the project. So we are not ending it here. So the 2020 comes to an end now in December, but we will continue further developing the platform. And so this first project for this year was focusing on the first part of transforming the first part of the course. And now we still have the HTA modules and the regulatory affairs. So this will be something that's added to the platform by April, May next year at the latest. But then we are also working on new content, new areas that have not been part of this patient expert training course before, namely medical devices or medical technology and digital health. And these are new areas where we see that patient involvement is also becoming more and more important. And therefore, we would like to add these contents to the course as well. And we will be inviting 3 new partners to the project, Medtronic, University of Oxford and Trinity College in Dublin. And we are excited about continuing the work with EUPATI Reload into the new year. And I want to, before we go into the next ones, I wanted to bring up this slide because I think there are some people in the audience that need to be thanked for this incredible work before we go into Q&A. You can see the list here. I would need to really thank every and each individual on this list for your hard work on transforming the contents, working on the platform, really believing in this project, first of all, and getting through to this point where we are today. So a big applause to all of you. And maybe during the Q&A session, if there are questions that are related to specific areas where you have been working, you are also going to be able to speak. We can unmute your microphone. Thank you. Now let's go to the Q&A session.
Yes. So we have a first question. Does EUPATI works in Israel?
Thank you. So we do have national platforms all around Europe and in Japan. We have 23 national platforms at the moment, but Israel is not one of them yet. So we welcome all suggestions and contacts there as well if you would be interested in starting something similar. So the national platforms replicate the activities of EUPATI in their local context nationally, and some of them also run the patient training in their local language.
Okay. So if everything goes to internet, what about the personal connections between patients? Online learning is just the same as getting patients that have other conditions and disease in the classroom, making friends, etc. How are you planning to tackle this?
Thank you. This is indeed a very important question for us, and we've seen in the past courses, networking and making those connections has been the key element, and that's why we've also organized always 2 face-to-face elements in addition to the online models. And this year this was organized online for the first time due to COVID-19. And what we plan to do, so on this platform currently there is no messaging function yet. What we are planning to put in place is that once we have identified a group of learners who are dedicated to do the full program and are learning together towards the first, let's say, completing the first modules first, and then getting ready towards the first face-to-face element, we can then create a possibility, a forum for these individuals to network, to come together on the platform, to speak to each other, to share experiences, and then meet at the face-to-face event or the online streamed event if we are yet not able to travel yet. So this is definitely something we are looking into.
Okay, so does COVID impact or affect the program?
Yes, so the only impact we have at the moment is on the face-to-face elements. So the course is all these online elements plus 2 face-to-face courses. And those face-to-face courses have been now organized online. But that is, I would say, the only impact so far.
Okay, so I have a question about the training cost, so I can answer that, Maria. So as I mentioned, each course, the fee to unlock the assessment is €8 per course. In total, there are 29 courses. So the total cost of the full program, it will be €232. In the beginning of next year, we will let all the participants know that to enroll in the full program will be an option, and you can pay all the total in advance if you prefer that option instead of paying the €8 per course that is currently the default by the system. Okay.
Thank you, Gloria. And in addition, when attending those face-to-face courses, then there is some cost for the flights and the travel and accommodation, but there will be fellowships available as well.
Mm-hmm. I have a question for Lotte, and it say like, what do you expect the fellows to do after completing the whole list of courses? How they can use this training for?
Well, thank you. That's nice to have this question, because that's actually the whole idea. Of course, it should be relevant in the day-to-day work for patient and patient advocates. I will also say that to have a good start network, as we just discussed, is key. So either trying to find out where is the nearest national network, if there is one in your country or a country nearby, and join the webinars that EUPATI holds, and reach out also to the patients that are on different kind of courses, and that's where we really see that there's a benefit, because it's a huge task to lift a full organization on your own if you're just one person representing a full community. So network, active participation, reaching out. I also want to say that I have been part of the EUPATI at different levels for 5 years now, and it really is a dynamic community. So if there is any kind of support that you need, you just have to ask, because the network is growing very big now, and most times we can't find someone to reach out to for any kind of support, idea, and so on. So I think that's also a benefit to be very engaged in the community, and also maybe it's not set in stone yet how we can develop a strong community on the basis of this platform, but it will be, as Maria said, it will be built in the next few steps. So being part of the community is equally important as reading all this information. In the beginning, it's a lot to read if you really want to get through everything, but I think taking it step by step, start where you are already engaged with the task that you have, is maybe a good approach, so that you can see how this can become useful actually in what you're doing right now. So yeah,
good.
That's my suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So yeah, there is a related questions about the fees. So somebody's asking if the €232 include the 2 missing topics. Yes, that is the total, including the 2 topics that are not available at the moment, but are considered part of the program and will be available. So that total includes those modules as well. And if you want to navigate in the platform, we repeat that message. That is for free. You can access the content, is the same content, but just the certificate is the difference. There is another question about so what kind of new content will you develop in the coming year?
So the HTA and regulatory will be added, and these are a transformation of content that has existed since 2016. The new content is on medical devices and digital health, and this is something we will be working on together with our new partners, Medtronic, University of Oxford, and Trinity College Dublin, and we don't have yet the very detailed outlines of what exactly this content will contain, but it will follow the same kind of structure that we already have. So basic understanding of that topic, plus how patients can be involved in that area. So those are the key elements of the new content.
Okay, and one question more for Lotte. So, do you think that the content of this course could help reduce misinformation about treatments and preventive actions like vaccination programs, for example?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that this broad access will clarify what can be misunderstood or hard to understand. I don't know how many of the attendees already know the EUPATI content, but I think another benefit that I didn't mention before is that it is written in a understandable language, so that this would reach a broad audience. And of course, that we see the platform being used, the former platform being used globally, and we hope that this new setup will follow that track. So getting more people into this into the platform, giving the opportunity to have information that is understandable to people who are not from the scientific environment, or who are not researchers, who are not doctors. I think that's really important, and it will be a stepstone and bridge the community and the understanding that is and the general understanding. What I'd also like to highlight is that the content that we provide is very factual. We don't provide opinions. It's information so that people can decide and make their own decisions. It's not promoting anything, but it provides information so that people have the opportunity to understand what is this concept all about, and examples of how can patients use this to strengthen their work. I'd say that we might see that this will have some influence also on the misinformation that is around medicines and vaccines relevant for now. So I hope so.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Let's take maybe one more question, if there is.
Yeah, no, we don't have more.
Okay.
So good. We covered everything.
Thank you so much.
It's time for a poll, and we want you to participate in the online poll. What do you like the most about EUPATI Open Classroom platform? So we will give you 2 minutes to answer. We want all the 64 participants to vote. Okay. So let's go, 78% voted. Another vote, 2 more votes.
This is very exciting.
Great.
I see the last option is winning. All, I love it. So
Yeah.
it's very encouraging.
Okay. So 2 more seconds. Last vote. Good. So we will share the results. You can see, like, all, I love it, it's winning. So thank you so much. And the second place, a personalized learning plan according to my needs. Okay, that's very good. Third is for the on-demand learning platform. Fourth place is more participants can be enrolled. Great. And fifth, but not least, participants can enroll anywhere in the world. So that's why it's open. So thank you for voting. And Maria, we move to the next part. So check your email. Tomorrow we'll be contacting you again. We will share a post-event survey. Among the first 75 people that complete the survey, we will do a contest and we will give free vouchers, 25 in total, to do an individual course. So don't miss your chance. We want to get your feedback about this session, about the platform. If you have any other additional questions, please get back to us via that email. We'll provide more details. And yeah, I guess we want to hear back from all of you what is going on about this new platform.
Thank you so much, and big thank you to you, Gloria, Lotte, Caroline, Cora, everyone who has attended and who has contributed to the platform. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.